The bullet tore through my chest like a freight train derailing in slow motion, the metallic tang of blood flooding my mouth before I even hit the ground. I remember staring up at the chandelier in that godforsaken Hamptons mansion, its crystals twinkling like mocking stars, while my brother's face, Ethan's face, hovered above me, twisted in a grin that said he'd finally won. "Sorry, sis," he'd whispered, the silencer on his pistol still smoking faintly. "But the family's better off without your bleeding heart bullshit." And then nothing. Blackness swallowing me whole. The echo of my own gasp, the last sound in a life I'd poured into building their empire, only to be erased like a bad line item on a balance sheet.
But death,
it turns out, is just another shitty corporate merger. 1 minute, I'm floating in that void, replaying every betrayal like a looped security tape, the forged documents, the whispers in boardrooms, the way Mom had looked the other way while Dad's accidents buried our rivals 6 feet under. The next, I'm choking on stale coffee, my heart slamming against ribs that feel too tight,
too alive.
I bolt upright in a leather desk chair, the kind that costs more than most people's rent, and stare at my hands, younger, unscarred, nails still painted that ridiculous crimson from last week's gala. The calendar on my desk screams 2018. 3 years before the shot. Before Ethan pulled the trigger on the family yacht, staging it as a tragic suicide after I'd uncovered too much. Holy shit. I'm back. My name is Genesis Hale, and in my first life, I was the golden child of Hale Industries, the biotech giant that turned our bloodline into American royalty. Dad built it from a garage in Silicon Valley, peddling gene therapies that promised to cure cancer while raking in billions from big pharma kickbacks. Mom handled the PR, turning scandals into sound bites. Ethan, my older brother by 2 years, was the heir apparent, charming, ruthless, with a Wharton MBA and a Rolodex full of senators.
Me?
I was the fixer, the one who buried the bodies figuratively. At first, I'd gone to Stanford for molecular biology, then law at Harvard, thinking I'd legitimize the empire. Instead, I became the scapegoat. They pinned Dad's dirty deals on me when the feds started sniffing around, insider trading, offshore shells, even a whisper of human trials gone wrong in some Eastern European lab. Bodies in barrels. They joked in the tabloids. But it was Ethan's play. All of it. With Mom's blessing. She wanted him untouchable. The next kingpin.
Now,
here I am, 28 again. In my corner office overlooking San Francisco Bay. The Golden Gate Bridge mocking me with its suicide net vibes. My assistant buzzes the intercom, Lila, sweet kid who I'd fire later in this timeline for leaking to Ethan. MS. Hale, your brother's on line 1. Something about the quarterly board meeting. My pulse spikes. But not from fear this time.
Rage.
Pure. Electric rage. The kind that could power the grid. I pick up the phone. Voice steady as steel. Tell him I'm busy saving the company from itself.
Click.
First move, lock down my digital footprint. In my old life, I'd been sloppy, emails, trust, the works. This time, I'm a ghost in the machine. I spend the afternoon shredding files, not the paper kind, digital trails. Hale Industries is a hydra, public face in clean energy and meds, tentacles in black market patents and venture capital shells. I'd funneled my side hustle, a crypto portfolio I'd built trading altcoins during the 2017 bull run, into anonymous holdings. By 2021, in the first go-round, Those had ballooned to $500 million. Enough to buy board seats without them knowing. But I trusted the family lawyers. And Ethan had sniffed it out. Used it to frame me as the embezzler. This time, I accelerate. I wire funds through layered VPNs, snapping up shares in Hale subsidiaries via offshore proxies. By midnight, I've got controlling interest in 3 key patents, the gene editing tech that was Dad's crown jewel. Now mine on paper. No fanfare. Just quiet ownership, like a spider spinning silk. Sleep doesn't come easy that night. I pace my loft in the Mission District. The cities hum a distant roar. Flashbacks hit like aftershocks. The boardroom where they voted me out. Ethan's hand on my shoulder. For the greater good. Jen, the feds cuffing me in front of the press. Mom's crocodile tears on CNN. And the yacht god. The yacht. Salt spray on my face as Ethan handed me the drink laced with just enough Rohypnol to make it look self-inflicted. Jump.
Sis.
Make it easy. I'd fought. Clawed. But the water was cold. And the bullet. Mercy. He'd called it. I smash a glass against the wall. Shards glittering like that chandelier. This isn't just revenge. It's resurrection. They buried me alive once.
Now.
I'll exhume their sins. One board vote at a time. Dawn breaks foggy. And I suit up. Pencil skirt. Blouse that screams, "Don't fuck with me." Heels that click like gunshots. First stop. The family estate in Atherton. That sprawling McMansion with its infinity pool overlooking the valley. Mom's hosting brunch, code for plotting session. In the old timeline. This is where it started. Her planting seeds of doubt about my instability, Ethan nodding along while sipping mimosas. I pull up in my Tesla, same model. But this one's mine outright. No company lease to trace. The gate swings open. And there they are on the terrace, Mom in pearls and Chanel. Dad nursing a scotch despite the hour. Ethan scrolling his phone like he owns the world. He does. Almost. Not for long. Genesis. Darling. Mom air kisses me. Her Botox smile not reaching her eyes. We were just talking about the merger with Bioforge. Your input's crucial. Bullshit. Bioforge is Ethan's pet project, a front for laundering cartel cash through stem cell research. I'd exposed it too late last time. Dad grunts.
Sit. Eat.
His liver's failing. I know, too many business lunches. In 3 years. It'll kill him. Leaving the will to Ethan. With me written out as estranged. I slide into a seat. Fork spearing a strawberry like it's his eye. Actually, I've got thoughts on the merger. Legal ones. Ethan's brow arches. That predatory glint. Oh, enlighten us. I lean in, voice low. The patents. Hale's core IP. They're not fully secured. Offshore entities could claim dilution if we push forward. It's a half-truth.
Bait.
Mom's eyes narrow. She knows the shells better than anyone. What are you implying? I smile. Sweet as arsenic. Just that we audit. Thoroughly. Ethan laughs. But it's forced. Always the worrier. Jen, the meal drags. Tension coiling like a spring. By the time I leave, I've planted the seed, doubt. They think I'm cracking under pressure.
Perfect.
Back at the office, I dive deeper. Hacking's not my forte, but I've got a contact from my crypto days, a ghost in the dark web named Jax. Ex-NSA. Now freelance. I ping him via encrypted chat. Need dirt on Hale family trusts. Everything. His reply. Pricey. Who's the mark? My blood. That buys silence and speed. By evening, files flood my inbox. Emails from mom to a fixer in Miami. Wiring $2 mill for discrete resolutions. Ethan's text to a PI tailing me last time. And the kicker, a scanned will, dated last month, cutting me out entirely. Unfit due to erratic behavior, it reads. My hands shake, not with fear, but fury. They were planning this since Dad's diagnosis. I was never family. Just collateral. Night falls, and I hit the gym, pummeling a bag until my knuckles bleed.
Pain grounds me.
This life's mine to rewrite. Tomorrow, the board meeting where it all unravels in the old script. They announce the merger. I object. And Ethan leaks the embezzlement docs. Feds by week's end. Not this time. I've got the patents locked. I've got Jax's dirt. And I've got me, Genesis Hale, version 2.0. Unbreakable. They have no idea the storm I've become. The Hale Industries boardroom smells like money and malice, polished oak. Fresh orchids masking the faint rot of desperation. It's a Thursday in late spring 2018, sun slicing through blinds like judgment rays. And I'm seated at the far end, notebook open, pen poised like a stiletto. 20 faces stare back, VPs in Brooks Brothers, non-execs with Harvard ties, and my family at the head, Dad pale as parchment, Mom radiating false warmth, Ethan smirking like he holds all the aces. He does. On the surface. The agenda's printed, Q2 projections, then the Bioforge merger vote. My merger, in the old life. The one that sealed my coffin. Genesis. Ethan starts. Voice smooth as oiled silk. Glad you could make it.
Your
Concerns from brunch were noted. Chuckles ripple, condescending. The kind that says little sister's playing dress up. I nod. Serene. Noted and addressed. I've prepared a brief. I slide folders across the table, each tabbed with IP audit, critical vulnerabilities. Gasps follow as they flip pages. Mom's lips thin. Dad coughs into a napkin. Ethan's eyes flick to mine, probe. Assess.
dismiss.
This is premature, he says. The merger's a slam dunk. Bioforge brings $800 mill in synergies. Synergies, I echo. Tasting the word, like bile. Or liabilities. Page 7, offshore holdings in the Caymans. Tied to Hale IP. If they're not ring-fenced, we're exposed. SEC could gut us. Murmurs swell. A non-exec, old man Hargrove with a Kaiser mustache, peers over his glasses. MS.
Hale.
This is alarming. Source. I tap the folder. Forensic accounting. Independent. Lie Jax's work. Anonymized. But it lands. The room fractures, allies of Dad nodding gravely. Ethan's cronies shifting. Mom interjects. Honeyed venom. Darling, you're overreacting. We vetted this. I meet her gaze. Then vet it again. Or I will. The vote's tabled, first crack in their armor. Ethan adjourns early. Jaw tight. Pulling me aside in the hall. What the fuck? Jen? This your idea of team play? His breath scotch sour. Eyes wild. In the old life, I'd back down. Apologize.
Now?
I step closer. Voice a whisper blade. Team? Like when you doctored the trial data for that Alzheimer's drug. Or paid off the whistleblower who drowned in his tub. His face drains. You don't know shit. Try me. I walk away. Heels echoing triumph. Seed 2. Fear. That night, I meet Jax in a dive bar off Market Street. Neon buzzing. Jukebox crooning Springsteen. He's mid-40s. Tattoos peeking from cuffs. Laptop scarred like his conscience. Your family's a cesspool, he says over IPAs. Ethan's got ties to a Mexican outfit, stem cells for narco enhancements, black market organs. My stomach twists. I'd suspected. But proof? Photos, shipping manifests, blurred faces in a Juarez warehouse. And Mom. Jax slides a USB. She's the architect. Laundered through charity foundations. Dad's cleanish, but complicit. I pocket it. Pay double.
More.
Everything on the will. Driving home. Fog thick as my doubts. I replay the boardroom win. Small, but seismic. In the old timeline, I'd been isolated, friends bought off, lovers warned away. This time, I rebuild. Text Delilah. Cancel all family lunches. Schedule ethics training. She replies with emojis, clueless, but loyal for now. At the loft, I pore over the USB. Emails from Mom to Fixer47, codes for hits. One name jumps, Victor Lang. A rival exec who'd vanished pre-merger. Accident, the obit read. My rival's death. Pinned on me posthumously. Bastards. Friday bleeds into strategy. I hit the phones, old Stanford profs. Now at rival firms. Hungry for hail dirt. Confidential, I say. Dangling stock tips. By noon, whispers spread. Hale's IP in jeopardy. Merger stalled. Stock dips 3%. Ethan's panic text. Board spooked. Fix it. I ignore. Instead, wiring another chunk to my proxies, now 15% of voting shares in Bioforge. Invisible strings. Afternoons for personal armor. Gym. Then a salon hair chopped sharp. Bob that says, cut the bullshit. Mirror me. Fierce. Unyielding. No more wide-eyed idealist. This Genesis is forged in fire. Evening brings confrontation. Mom calls. Voice syrup over shards. Dinner? Just us girls. Trap. But I bite. Her penthouse in Pack Heights. Views of Alcatraz. Irony thick. She's in silk. Martini sweating condensation. You're making waves? Genesis. Ethan stressed. I sip wine. Untouched. Good. He should be. Her laugh tinkles. Always the dramatist. Remember when you were little? Dreaming of changing the world? Biotech for all. Flash, me at 10. Microscope in hand. Her praising.
Lie.
I remember you teaching me to bury mistakes. She stiffens. What's that mean? I lean in. Victor Lang. The accident. I have files. Silence. Then her mask cracks, raw calculation. You think you can threaten me? I'm your mother. Blood doesn't make family. Actions do. I stand, leaving her with the bomb. Drive home adrenaline jazzed. Radio blasting Kendrick Lamar, rage anthems for the reborn. At 2 a.m., insomnia hits. I sketch the endgame, expose the cartel ties at the next board, use my shares to oust Ethan, rewrite the will with Dad's ailing hand. But doubt gnaws. What if they kill me sooner? I install cameras. Change locks. Paranoia. Survival. Weekends reconnaissance. I tail Ethan to a strip club in the Tenderloin, velvet ropes. Bass thumping. He's with suits I don't recognize. Laughing over Cristal. My phone's recorder captures fragments. The girl's onto us. Handle it quiet. Heart hammers. Back home. Jax's update. Will's with crooked lawyer Marcus Reed. I book a consult Monday. Sunday brunch alone. Avocado toast. Black coffee. Plotting. By dusk. I've drafted anonymous leaks to Wall Street Journal. Hail cartel whispers. Hold fire. Timing's everything. Monday dawns crisp. Reed's office. Walnut desk. Photos of yachts. MS. Hail, he booms. What's this about? I slide the USB. My inheritance. And yours. If you don't revise. His jowls quiver. Blackmail. Insurance. He folds fast, Newell incoming. Me as primary heir. Ethan cut. Dad signs tomorrow. Victory tastes like ash. Ethan's text. Family meeting.
Now.
I go. Armed with steel. The estate's tense, Dad in his study. Oxygen tank hissing. Mom paces. Ethan glares. This ends. Genesis, he snarls. Your stunts are tanking us. Dad wheezes. Enough. What's going on? I lay it out. The audit. The leaks. The will. Mom gasps theatrically. Lies. But Dad's eyes sharpen. Old fire. Show me. I do. By night's end. He's frail but furious.
Ethan.
Explain. Brother stammers.
Cracks.
It was for us.
Dad.
The family's future. Future built on graves. I leave them fracturing. My web tightening. But as I drive into the night, headlights cutting fog, a twist uncoils in my gut. Jax's last file. Buried deep, a paternity test. Ethan's not Dad's. Mom's affair. 30 years back. The real heir?
Me.
All along. They knew. And killed to keep it buried. The revelation burns like bad whiskey. Ethan's not blood. Just Mom's dirty secret from a Vegas weekend with some oil baron. The test. Dated 1990. Hidden in her safe. Jax cracked it like an egg. It explains everything. Her favoritism. The will's bias. Ethan's desperation to erase me. I'm the true Hale. The one Dad always suspected but never voiced. In the old life, it had surfaced post-mortem, fueling the unstable narrative. This time, it's my Excalibur. Tuesday's a powder keg. Stocks down 7%. Analysts buzzing on CNBC about internal fractures at Hale. I arrive at the office to chaos, reporters at the gate. Lila fielding calls like incoming missiles. MS. Hale. Bloomberg wants a quote. I give one. Hale Industries remains committed to transparency. Stay tuned. Cryptic enough to spike curiosity.
Inside.
I convene my war council. 2 VPs I'd poached from competitors. Loyalists bought with equity promises. The merger's dead, I declare. We're auditing everything. Cartel ties included. Their nods are wary, but greedy eyes say yes. Power shift begins. Dad calls mid-morning. Voice raspy over speaker.
Genesis.
The will. Reed says it's changed. Relief floods him. I hear it.
Good.
But Ethan, he's dangerous. Understatement. I know. Stay safe. Kiddo.
Kiddo.
Last time he called me, that was my wedding that never happened. Annulled after Ethan's smear. I choke back tears. You too.
Hang up. Steal on.
Next, anonymous drop to the feds, USB copy. Minus my involvement. Let them nibble. Ethan corners me at lunch, Trattoria in North Beach. Tourists oblivious. He's disheveled. Ty askew. First cracks in the golden boy. You think you're winning? This is family.
Jen.
Blood. Irony drips. Not yours. His fist clenches, violence simmering. What? I sip espresso.
Come. The test.
Mom's indiscretion. You're out. Shock. Then rage, pupils blow wide.
Lies.
She'd never.
She did.
And covered it with your kills. He lunges, but I sidestep. Chair scraping. Touch me, and the feds get the full reel tonight. He reels back. Venomous. You'll regret this. Empty threat. I leave him stewing. Sauce staining his shirt like guilt. Afternoons for escalation. I hit the proxies. Now 28% of Hale shares. Funneled through my crypto war chest. Valued at $300 mil and climbing. Board email blast. Emergency session Friday. Agenda. Leadership review. CC all. Including family. Mom's reply. Outrageous. Will sue. Sue away. Evening. I fortify. Bodyguard from a firm in Oakland. Ex-SEAL named Reyes. Discreet, I say. He nods. Eyes scanning shadows. Paranoia pays. Wednesday. Leaks hit. Wall Street Journal front page. Hale Industries probed for cartel links. Stock craters 12%. Ethan's meltdown texts. You bitch. Call it off. I block him. Instead, I visit Dad. Private jet to the Hamptons. Irony biting. He's bedridden. Monitors beeping. But lucid. Genesis, he whispers. Hand frail in mine. I knew about Ethan. Suspected. Confession spills. Mom's affair. His silence for the empire. I let it fester. Forgive me. Tears sting. Forgiven. But we end it. He nods. Signs the new will. Me sole heir. Contingencies for interference. Reed notarizes bedside.
Done.
Back in SF by dawn. Jet lag a ghost. Jax pings. Feds moving. Raid on Bioforge tomorrow. Perfect. But twist 2 uncoils, a photo in his file. Me. Age, 22. At a gala. Arm in arm with a man I don't recognize. Wait, yes I do. Victor Lang. The rival they killed. Not rival. Lover. We'd dated secretly. Him feeding me intel on Ethan's schemes. His death, not accident.
Hit. For me.
Grief crashes.
Raw.
I'd mourned him as collateral. Now. Personal. Vengeance sharpens to a razor's edge. Thursday storm. Protests outside Hale HQ. Activists chanting clean jeans. Not cash. Mom's PR spin fails. Twitter's ablaze. I address the board early. Sans family. Resignations incoming. Ethan's. Votes tally 14-6. Ousted. News breaks noon. Hale air sidelined amid scandal. Ethan's furious voicemail. This isn't over. Watch your back. I delete. Call Reyes. Double shifts. Evening. Mom ambushes, shows at my loft unannounced. Rain slicked. Eyes wild. Let me explain. Wine poured. But I abstain. The affair. Weakness. Your father was distant. Ethan was mine. Possessive. Monstrous. So you built him a throne on bodies? Victor's included? She pales. He was a threat. Knew too much. He loved me. Silence. Then her plea. Family first.
Drop it.
We can fix this. I laugh. Bitter. Too late. She leaves cursing. Doors slamming like a guillotine. Friday's the inheritance meeting. The titular kick out. Old timeline. They convene without me. Announce my disgrace. Divvy spoils. This time, I crash it. Boardrooms packed. Tension electric. Ethan storms in late. Flanked by lawyers, his last stand. Illegal. I'm calling the vote. I enter then. Briefcase in hand. Reyes at my shoulder. No need. It's mine.
Gasps.
I project the screen. Share ledgers. My proxies lit up. 51%. Silence. Then chaos.
How?
Mom shrieks. Side investments, I say coolly. While you plotted. Ethan lunges, fraud. But Reyes pins him. Cops arrive. Feds in tow. Ethan hail. You're under arrest.
Cartel ties.
Murders pinned. Mom's cuff next. Sobbing denials. Dad watches via video link.
Tears silent.
I stand amid the wreckage. Queen of ashes. But as they drag Ethan out, he spits. You think it's over? The real secret's bigger. Heart stutters. What now? The boardroom empties like a sinking ship, execs fleeing to lawyers. Whispers trailing like smoke. Ethan's words hang. The real secret's bigger. My mind races. Paternity was the bomb. What's the nuke? Reyes escorts me out. Hand on his holster.
Ma'am.
Safe house. I shake my head. My loft. And dig on Ethan's burner phones. He nods. Efficient shadow. Press swarms the lobby, flashes popping. Mics thrusting. MS. Hail. Is it true? Cartels. I pause.
Composed.
Justice is served. Hale Industries will rise cleaner. Soundbite gold. Slip away in the service elevator. Pulse thundering. Lofts of fortress now, cameras whirring. Reyes posted outside. I crack the briefcase. Final files from Jax. One envelope. Sealed. For your eyes only. Inside. A letter. Dad's scrawl. Dated yesterday. Genesis. If you read this, it's endgame. The secret. Hale's origin. Not garage genius. Stolen tech, 72. From a DARPA lab. I was military contractor. Ethan knew. Used it for leverage with feds. Mom covered with the affair lie. Burn this.
Love.
Your father.
DARPA.
Government black ops. Gene weapons masked as cures. The empire's rotten core. Exposure?
Ruin.
But truth?
Catharsis.
Phone buzzes, unknown number. I answer. Wary. Genesis. Ethan's voice. Muffled. Jail's temporary. The DARPA files, I have copies. Release them. You're complicit. Walk away. I burn him. Blackmail. His specialty. Too late, I say. Feds have you. Laugh.
Cold.
They have a pawn. The real players? Pentagon brass. Your name's on the originals.
Kid. Signé. Lie or
Memory flickers. Old life. Dad's desk. Me forging cigs at 25. For the family, he'd said. Nausea rises. What do you want? The company. Unfettered.
pause.
Or we all go down. Hang up. World tilting. Reyes bursts in at my gasp. Trouble. I hand the letter. He scans, whistles. Deep state shit. My old unit tangled with DARPA ghosts. Advice. Leak selective. Protect yourself. I nod. Mind whirling. Controversial call. Expose partial. Cartels yes. DARPA no. Save the empire. Damn the sins? Or torch it all? Rebirth from flames? Sleepless. I pace. Rain lashing windows like accusations. Victor's face haunts his death for this?
No.
Full purge.
Dawn.
Decision forged. Call Jax. Full dump. DARPA included. Anonymize me. He hesitates. Suicide.
Jen.
They'll come for you. Let by noon. It's live. WikiLeaks style drop. Headlines exploding. Hail Industries, from biotech savior to shadow ops Frankenstein. Stock plummets 40%. But trending hail takedown surges. Activists hail me hero. Conservatives cry witch hunt. Feds raid the estate. Mom's lawyer spins coerced confession. Irrelevant. Afternoon. Dad's call, weak, but proud. Saw the news. You did it.
Wheeze.
The truth. Freeze. And you. Silence. Ends near. But clean. Take the company. Make it right. Tears flow. I will. He hangs. Finality heavy. Evening. Twist peaks. Ethan's suicide and holding pills. Note blaming me. Staged or broken. Autopsy pending. But whispers say guard paid off. Mom's vanished, fugitive. Cayman bound. Her last text. You destroyed us.
Us.
Never me. Saturday's reckoning. Emergency board. Me at head. New allies sworn in. Hail 2.0, I announce. Open source patents. Ethics charter. No more shadows. Votes unanimous. Shares rebound 5%. Press conference. Poised. Unbowed. From betrayal to breakthrough. We're for the people now. Applause thunders. But privately, grief coils, family shattered, love's lost. Victor's ghost whispers approval. Weeks blur, lawsuits, testimonies, therapy. Reyes becomes fixture, coffee turns to dates, his steady hand anchoring chaos. Dad's funeral small, me alone at graveside. Fog rolling in. Rest, I murmur. Empire's mine, $10 bill valuation. Redirected to real cures, affordable gene therapy for the underserved. Controversial? Hell yes, trustbusters sue. Old guard plots. But I'm ready. Crypto nest egg? $1 bill now. Fueling nonprofits. 1 year on. 2019 Gala. Hails rebrand bash. SF Opera House glittering. I'm in emerald silk. Reyes at my arm. Speech time. We were built on lies.
Now.
On truth. Ovation. But as champagne flows, a shadow slips in woman, mid-50s, eyes like mom's but softer. Genesis. Aunt Lydia. Estranged.
Ethan.
He was my son too. The affair. Twist 3. Half-sibling? No, clarifies. Mom's sister. Cover for the scandal. I raised him off books. He was twisted young. Confession. Ethan's first kill. Age 16. A bully. Covered by Hales. I'm sorry. Forgiveness? Not yet. But understanding. She leaves a key, safe deposit box.
Clean funds for me.
Redemption's edge. Night ends on the balcony. City lights sprawling. Reyes kisses my temple. You did it.
Did I?
Empire saved. Sins aired. But scars ache. Betrayals echo. Victor's photo in my wallet. Dad's letter burned but memorized. Happy ending?
Nah.
Life's no fairy tale. But victory? Unequivocal. They kicked me out once.
Now.
I own the door. And the house. And the whole damn street. Epilogue whisper. 2 years later. 2021. Hale's stock soars. Me CEO of the year. Mom's caught in Panama. Trial pending. Ethan's suicide ruled homicide. Cartel cleanup. I testify. Voice steady. Justice. American style. Messy. Controversial. But mine. Reborn. Unbowed. The end? Just beginning.